so I leave it all behind. I always feel like I'm behind you. I try.
What's going on, YouTube? Vaping with Hack back at you again. Today we're going to be checking out a really cool RDA, and this RDA is the TUGBOAT version 3. Yes, this is a clone. I couldn't afford to buy the $80 authentic. I purchased this RDA from a reputable seller off eBay, and I believe altogether with shipping it was about $18 to $20. Got it in about 3 or 4 days, so pretty decent shipping. Really nice seller. He gets it out very quickly. I apologize to some people that don't like clones being reviewed, but that's what I can do. That's all I can do. And but anyway, we're going to talk about this RDA today. I'm going to take a vape off of it. We're going to dive down close. I'm going to show it to you, show you the different cool things about this RDA that I really like. Then we'll come back up top. I'll talk about the pros and cons, and then we'll wrap it up. So hang in there with me. I'm going to take a toke off this, then we'll go down close. Really good flavor RDA, and it produces really good vapor as well. So, and also my build on this is a 0.37 build dual cool, and I'm running at 80 watts, and that's 5.44 volts. So let's dive down close and we'll look at it a little bit more. Okay guys, we're back to the up close portion of the review. This is the box that it comes in. Really nice box. Got the TUGBOAT V3 logo right here. You got your big old Sting tugboat there. Has the version 3 on that side. No indicators on that side. It does have some things right there. Also says TUGBOAT version 3 on this side, and has those there. Nothing on the bottom. It does have this little pull tab here. We're going to pull that open. We'll set the box to the side. Comes with a bag of goodies here. Looks like you're going to have some extra grub screws, your Allen key, some O-rings, some pre-made coils there. So standard, pretty standard stuff. We'll pull out the RDA here, if I can get it out. Okay, there's the TUGBOAT. Really beautiful RDA. I really like this white, very elegant laser etched, it seems, TUGBOAT logo there. Also on the drip tip it comes with as well. It has side airflow, and it also has top airflow. And I really like that the drip tip has this black ring on the bottom of it. I just think it gives it a extra cool little look there. Here on the bottom, as you can see, it has serial number 0638, which this is a clone, so don't really matter. Have the TUGBOAT logo, USA, and hashtag flawless on the bottom. But what we're going to do is I'll pull this drip tip out, let you have a look at that. But it's your standard double O-ringed drip tip here. Stainless steel insert, Delrin on the bottom, which is really nice. I'm really digging the drip tip. Put that back in. This is your kind of top cap section here, and as you can tell on either side you have your airflow slots. Airflow is going to come in from the top, go down through these slots here, and go down to your coils. Really good design. I really like that. Now you can take a look at the top cap. You can see the holes on either side, which you can line them up with the airflow on the top, so you can actually shut the airflow off all the way or open it up all the way, and then your airflow will go through those holes right there. Really cool. It has looks to be a silver plated copper 510 pin there on the bottom. I do not believe it's adjustable. Let me put it on my mod here so I can pull the top cap off. Okay, and we'll take it back off here. Alright, now we'll take a little closer look at the top cap. But as you can see, it has the tugboat icon logos and stuff on it. You have a really big slotted kind of, I guess what you call cyclops airflow on the side. So this is your direct airflow, and the top will be your indirect airflow. But pretty big size. What we'll do is we'll measure it and see how big it is here, if we can get the calipers in there. Okay, seems to be, I would say, at least 12 millimeters wide by 1.5 millimeters tall there. But so that's your top cap section. All right, now this is the deck section here. I'm really digging the deck section. It is a kind of velocity style 2-post deck here. Only one hole in each lead right here. So on your negative side, you have one hole, and on your positive, you have one hole. So you have to put both cools in together, get them kind of lined up, and then tighten them down, and you can adjust from there. But as you can see here, it has the slot where your airflow goes in. So your cools sit a little higher than the slot, so the airflow goes in. It pretty much goes in to the side and goes under the cools, and then it comes up. So it really has really good flavor. On this deck, as you can see here, it's just single O-ring, but these O-rings are really nice, and they hold the juice in, and you can get them on and off with not a whole bunch of effort, but they hold on very well. But so you can kind of see. Sorry, I'm still waiting on my lighting to come in, but really good quality. Allen key heads there, really nice size lead holes there, so you can put your fuse Claptons and all your kind of crazy cool builds. I think you can fit them in there really well. But the machine quality on this clone is really outstanding, man. I haven't had an issue with it. Really beautiful. Really, really nice. But so what I'm going to do is I'm going to throw it back on my mod here. I really like the setup with this RX 200. I think it looks very beautiful on there. And just in case you wanted to see it, but you can see how nice these cools are glowing. And get a little better look at the deck there. But so what I do for say, if I want really nice flavor and really nice cloud production, what I do is I put the top cap on, and see, you can line the airflow up. See how I kind of got it shut off there? You can have it wide open, so you can see straight through it. And see, you don't see the cools because the cools sit up just a little bit higher. So the airflow goes in and gets under the cools and then comes up to the top. So you can have it wide open. I like mine shut off about that much, about halfway. And then I leave the top airflow, if you look at the top here, I leave the top airflow wide open. So if you're curious to know where the top airflow is located, if you keep these two slots lined up identically, that means that this top cap is wide open. Okay? Now when you want this top airflow shut off all the way, what I do is I twist it around and I line it up completely straight with the Tugboat logo. Now that means that the airflow is actually right here, but the holes are over here, and it's completely shut off. So that's kind of how I like it. I set it, like I said, I set it up just like this, about halfway open on the bottom, fully open on the top. It just gets really, really great flavor. What we'll do again is, if you can look at the deck, it actually has, even though it cuts it down with these little cutouts here, it still has a good, I'd say at least a good 5 mil deep juice well in there. So it actually works out really well. Really, really nice. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put some cotton in it. I'm going to show you what it looks like when it's wicked up. Then we'll go back up top. So hang in there with me. Okay guys, you can kind of see how much wick I put in it right there. Really not a whole lot, but pretty good. What we're going to do is how I wick this is I will pull the cotton to the side and shove it in that little slot to kind of help it come all the way around. It just helps it instead of trying to push it down to the side. So if you kind of wrap it around to that slot, it gives you extra room to get it in. So, like I said, pull around to the slot, then tuck it in like so. You don't really have to pack it down in there or anything. We'll do the other side, pull it around to the slot, slide it in, move it back over. There we go. And the last one here. Move it in, push it to the side. Now you can see how it's wicked. But I'm going to take my favorite juice here, which I always drip, this is Pinup Betty. Really good. And just like in case someone's just learning how to drip, you always want to put some on your coils. Put some across the top of your coils, and then just you can really let the juice well have it because it's really deep. And this cotton just really sucks it up. Give it a little fire just to get the heat to pull it into the cotton. Keep dripping. Pull some, keep dripping. Usually takes, with the amount of cotton that I put in it and the size of the juice, well, it usually takes about 2 full 30 ml syringe things full to get the cotton completely saturated. Alright, there you go. Alright, so we're going to go up top and then we'll talk about it a little bit more. Hang in there. Alright guys, we are back up top. Man, what a really nice RDA, don't you think? I really think it's got some great flavor, really good, nice, dense vapor production. Just, I mean, tugboats have always been one of the best RDAs out there on the market, in my opinion. Everybody swears by them. There's some people that don't like them, but a lot of people really do. And I'm going to say that this design, even though this was not made as an authentic, this is a clone, but by the Authentics design, this is just a really great RDA, and it really, it holds up to the tugboat standard, if you know what I'm talking about. But brand new wick, brand new, put fresh juice in it, have the airflow cut halfway off on the bottom, and then the indirect airflow is wide open. I'm going to take another vape off of it, then we'll talk a little bit more about it. Really nice vapor production, as you can tell. Oh, goodness. Anyway, but what can you say about this little thing, man? It's really awesome. I took some more measurements for you. The overall length from the bottom of the deck to the top of the drip tip is about 1.5 inches. My digital calipers, actually the battery went bad in them, so I can't read out for millimeters, but it is 1.5 inches tall from the bottom of the deck to the top of the drip tip. It is 22 millimeters in diameter, so it looks great on your mech mods, your 22 millimeter boxes, different stuff like that. It looks really beautiful on the white and kind of teal RX 200. I think this is a great setup. I think it's a really sexy setup as well. So yeah, that's how big it is and everything. Like I said, I think the post holes, they're about 2 mil, 2.5 mil diameter post holes, so pretty nice big post holes, and it has pretty decently chunky Allen head screws that I haven't personally had a problem with any of them possibly stripping out. They seem to be relatively deep, and so when your Allen key's in there, it has a lot to bite on, so I haven't had an issue with any slippage or anything like that. And of course, the Allen keys that they are provided with, sometimes they're not actually the correct size. That's why, and yet again, I'm going to say this, I went to, I believe the precision screwdriver set that I got this from was from Northern Tool, Harbor Freight, something like that. And it actually has a little Allen, precision Allen screw in it. And that screwdriver fits, or Allen screwdriver fits perfectly in almost all of the Allen head grub screws that I have on RDAs. But some pros about this. I really like the direct airflow and the indirect airflow. I think they work perfectly together. That's why I've always loved the original Velocity. With this direct airflow, it is a little different than the Velocity. The Velocity's airflow sits directly onto the coil, so the air comes in and it's hitting that coil perfectly. This, which I think is pretty neat, and I think it has a little bit, it changes some of the notes and the flavors, is because that airflow comes under the coil. So instead of hitting the coil directly straight on, it's coming under it and going straight under and hitting it from the bottom, which I think changes some of the flavor some, and you get some different notes out of it. Because I've put the same juice in this and also in a Velocity, and you get slight note, flavor note changes. They're both brilliant on flavor. I can't say one's better than the other on flavor. They're just slightly different. But like I said, I choked the airflow back to about halfway on the bottom, all the way up on the top. I really like the top airflow too. I would have liked to seen it, instead of having the 2 holes that are drilled in the top, I would have rather seen them open those up completely and it have that kind of, I guess, kidney look, because it's kind of, on the top airflow up top, it has that kind of kidney shape. So I would have liked to seen that they opened up the airflow actually that's on the plate in here to that kidney shape as well, instead of it just being 2 holes, because I believe that might cause one issue with why it gets so much juice up into the top of the top cap here. And that is a subjective con that some people are gonna, some people's not gonna bother. It kind of bothers me a little bit. This thing, if you really flood it and just put a whole lot of juice in it, you're gonna get spit back. It's just how it is. If you put the right amount of juice and kind of watch what you're doing, you don't get much spit back. But over time, with it having this top airflow like it does, and it having those holes instead of it being an open slot, I believe it pulls more juice up there, and more juice can actually settle up there. And then when you take a hit, it can come up to the drip tip and into your mouth. I think if it was completely open, then any juice that settled on that plate, if you were moving it around, would end up going back into the deck itself. So that's one subjective con. Another pros on it, I love the looks. I love the design, the airflow. I love the design of the airflows. I really like the drip tip because it has this finish. I'm not sure what finish it is. Could be painted, whatever. I believe it is painted, but I like the way it feels, and I like that it is stainless. It's a stainless steel drip tip that has Delrin. That it's matched with Delrin instead of being completely Delrin or completely stainless steel. I like how it has both. It really dissipates the heat, but I've ran this on a full 8.4 volts on a series box with a series built in. It really doesn't get really hot. It does get warm, but not really hot because it has so much airflow. This RDA has tons of airflow. If you open it up wide open, it has a lot, and you can chuck clouds with the best of them, just like Grim Green says, freaking clouds, bro, clouds. You can freaking have as big as clouds you want if you open it up all the way. That's not my thing, but hey, people like different stuff. Also, another pro on it is the 510 pin sticks out plenty enough, in my opinion, to use on a hybrid top cap, and I think that's awesome. I'm not 100% sure on if the center pin can be adjusted or not. Actually, I think that it can, but I'm not 100% sure on that yet. I haven't checked it. I haven't had it very long, but I don't use anything with hybrids, so I forgot to check it. But besides my Noisy Cricket, and I haven't put it on this because black with a white tugboat just probably wouldn't look the best, in my opinion. But anyway, I think that's going to be all for the pros and the cons. Like I said, I don't know if I said it again, but another con, just to make sure I said it, is sometimes you can get a little bit of residual juice around the airflow here, just because when you take a pull on it and you stop, it continues to have a little bit of vapor come out, which when it hits this cold outside, it comes back, it condenses back, and will sit on the outside of the RDA. And also, just like with any RDA, it can get a little bit on top of your mod. But other than that, I don't see any cons about it. I think it's a great RDA. I think for the price point, really good price point, especially for what it is. Really good flavor, really good clouds. I don't think there's really anything else much to say. It's just a really great RDA. I think you'll thoroughly enjoy it if you go out and purchase it. If not, cool. But you know, if you're looking for something that has great flavor and also can produce the clouds that you're looking for, I think this is the RDA to go for. It's in my top 3 favorite RDAs. I mean, my favorite RDA is always going to be the Velocity, I think, because it was just such a game changer. But this is very secure in second place. But anyway, guys, I think that's going to do it. I'm trying to still figure out what I'm going to do about the T.R.O.U.B.L.E RDA. I think I'm just going to, like I said in the last one, I was just going to give it away to somebody. Let me know what y'all think, because honestly, to be completely honest with you, there is somebody that is that has commented on my channel, that has spoke to me, and they're in some tough times, and you know, they were asking about it. So leave me a comment down below. Let me know, hey, donate it to this person, or do y'all say, hey, screw it, we all want a chance at it? Up to you guys. So just let me know on that, and we'll catch you in the next one. Thanks so much, fam.